Hi, it's Joanne here from Essex Property Angel. As you know, this month, March, we've been looking at repossession, and I'm just going to look at a couple of case studies with you of people that we've worked with that were facing repossession. So I'm going to talk to you about Tom today. Tom was a client I worked with a couple of years ago. He had a 3-bedroom property in Basildon. Unfortunately, he had separated from his wife and then had lost his job. As a result, obviously finances weren't going the way that he wanted, and the money wasn't coming in. He hadn't communicated with his mortgage company to keep them in the loop of what's happening, and he'd done what a lot of people do when they're facing difficulties, and he'd ignored it. So all of the letters were in a carrier bag when I first went to see him, and he hadn't been talking to anybody. Unfortunately, because of that, he had missed all of the court paperwork. So there had been a court hearing and a possession order had been issued, and because he'd still not responded to that, the bailiffs were actually coming. So Tom phoned me. It was around 24 hours before the bailiffs were due to come and take possession of the house. He just said, I think he'd had one of my leaflets through the door, but he didn't know what to do, and he phoned me and said, I've got some people coming tomorrow to take the house away. I arranged to go and see him immediately, and we managed to get a court hearing for the following day. So I think the repossession was due to happen about 2 p.m. We served paperwork, and we got an emergency court hearing for 10 a.m. that morning, and we managed to stop the bailiffs, and that gave Tom and I a chance to stop everything and to work together to resolve his issues. In the end, we found him a rental property. He came into a property that we had already in the business, so I could make sure he was safe and not at risk. We got various people involved to support Tom because he was having a tough time, managed to get him the help that he needed. We purchased his property and we released quite a bit of money to him from the property, and he has rebuilt his life. He's back in work now. He then met another lady, the romance is blossoming. So there is a happy story at the end of it, but it is just so important that if you're facing repossession, you talk to someone and you get the help that you need.